Alrighty, guys, let's talk about four penny stocks that I'm watching right now that has the most volume, the most attention, and all that good stuff for a recipe for a short squeeze. So the first thing, first that I want to talk about is DFLI. This one has been on a monster run. Okay, if you look at the daily chart, this thing went from literally 20 cents all the way up to 261. That is the power of penny stocks. That is literally why people love this stuff, because you can literally become rich in just a couple days. Obviously, no one helped throughout all this, but that is an 847% return. Now, when we start catching momentum and stuff like this, I'm going to show you guys the way I trade these stocks like this that are in the uptrend. All right, when stock hits this upper band, I personally like it when they're first in this momentum phase. When they touch an upper Keltner channel, which is what this is, it's at an average true range of 4, customized to those extending. So if it does, it is very like overextended and we're due for a pullback, but it also tells me that we're very bullish. I mean, look at the volume you start accumulating in here. You know, when there's a big move up with volume, I like that. I like that a lot. And then a lot of the times is I wait for that EMA 10 touch. This one barely misses the 10 and pumps on the EMA 5. I love EMAs. They show me a great opportunity of bounce effects. And so then you can see right in here, we have that same criteria that I look for. Touch the upper band, pull back to the 10. And that's the first time you touch the 10. And this is the move up that you got, 141%. That's how I'd like to trade these. But once they touch it one time, I think they get risky. You know, they could easily pull back and go to the 20. I personally like to say hold this position and just run it up to how long this wants to go. So DFLI, awesome stock. Very awesome stock here. This thing, if you read a lot of their news, you know that this thing has been just on a freaking tear. And I think a lot of people are looking to get into it, but be the frick careful. We need to wait for that pullback. We saw that 261 area got really close to this upper band too, and it had a nice pullback. Dragonfly Energy shares gain on new patent approval. All right, so they had the hype. Are they going to die out of it? All right. So as you look into the daily chart, I like to call this no man's land. Sure, you can get lucky. It can pump up. You can look at to like a lower time frame for an entry. But me personally, if I'm ever even considering to getting into this, I need to see a pullback. I need to see a pullback into this demand area. I like to see a higher low type of pattern. So maybe a pullback into the 140s. It could fluctuate, right? But you can see what I'm looking for is the standard bull flag moment where you get a big move up, pull back into EMAs, and then push up on that EMA 10 or 20. All right. And that's what we're seeing right now. Now, this is right now at your new bull flag where you had this big move up. Are we going to get a pullback into something like this, right? That's currently what I'm seeing. Obviously, this could take time, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but we're right now getting that mini bull flag of, are we getting the pullback into that next EMA? That's the exact pattern that I look for on like trending stocks is big move up, never buy it. It can keep going up and up and up, but we need to wait for the pullback, the retest of the EMA 10, and also into support. You can see right in here, upper candle here, support, and then you have this candle here. So this is that area of buy zone, in my opinion. But that's what I'm seeing right now. Let me know what you guys think about DFLI. I think it's going to trend higher. But for me, in my system, I need at least a pullback into this EMA 10, okay? And it needs to make a higher low pattern. All right, next stock that is trending up is YYAI. This is a totally different pattern. Totally different pattern we're going to talk about. YYAI is into a massive downtrend. This is where the EMAs are flip-flopped. You can see every EMA touch should act as resistance. So you see the different type of patterns we look. So it's the same thing though. If we know the terminology, price has to come up into these EMAs. But every stock that I'm showing you has monster volume, monster catalyst pending, and that can make a monster move up. I mean, golly, this had a billion volume on October 8th. Any stock that has a billion volume should never go unnoticed. All right, so we had this monster volume, 860 million, 450, 380, 268, back to almost half a billion volume. I think this is a really good company to get into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so why am I counting the candles? Anytime we don't touch the CMA 5 in 7 days, it is long. I'd be looking into a position tomorrow, end of day. That's what I'm looking to. I don't think this This thing is consolidating into a monster move up. All right, look at the consolidation we have on this thing. It is only a matter of time where we break out, in my opinion, to the upside. And to the very least, we could easily come up into this EMA 10, which is sitting at a 121% return. I like it. I'm going to be looking to get into this one tomorrow and today. I usually get into most of my pennies around 3:50 p.m. Eastern. All right, let's go keep moving on, and I'll discuss my best penny at the end of this video. The next penny that I want to look into, we talked about DFLI, YYAI, and let's go back into that setup where it's uptrending is BURU. You see that same pattern where BURU had that monster move up here? We played this in the Discord and I posted a video about this and made monster money. DFLI hit this upper band and it has swiftly pulled back. It has been a heartbreak on a lot of people. If I know people that got up in here, right? And they messaged me, I'm like, dang, what do I do here? This is what we call no man's land. I don't care how high it goes up there. I'm not going to touch it if it's up in no man's land. So first thing is first, I'm surprised, but we did go right through this EMA 10. I'm surprised about that, but here is your daily levels, right? You have your daily level here, but which is going to match right in there, and you have that right in here, and then you have your daily levels in these areas here, right? So you can see we came into a monster support zone. Does it go all the way down in here? That would be your next big support at 27 cents, correlated with this EMA 50. Now, here's the thing. We did break this 10. We have what we have is our bull flag, right? Bull flag, but it's actually making more of a move down than we kind of expected, right? This is what we're having right now. The EMA 10 had a little bounce, and what I tell people is if you're up, a good bit, go break even. Right up in here, you didn't really get that much. You're up 4% on that bounce, but then it didn't follow through. Now, here's what you need to do. This right here is another crucial area of support we're at right now, and it's holding it. If this breaks this EMA 50, I would just get the heck out of this position because this thing is not following the trend up. I think it's going to have a monster move up here. 240, it's got the volume. It's got the volume, a billion volume on this day. You just don't want to get into that hype and be like, everyone's saying buy, right? You got to get in BURU, and it just keeps going down and down and down and down. Use the EMAs for crucial levels. My favorite levels are that EMA 10 and 20. If it breaks through this 20 and stays below it, I personally, if you got in on the 10, I would take that loss here and take it, for what it is, right? But I think we are going to hold this level. We're sitting at that 32 cents. We got to that crucial level. Depending on how you scale in, I would never go too big size on it because pennies are very volatile. They can go 10% down in a blink of a second. Your next level is 27 cents. If it breaks that 27.50, I would look to get out, or you could play a little bit more, riskier and breaks the 50. So we'll see. I think this isn't a monster uptrend. Very rarely do I see trends go up like this and just completely vanish with this kind of volume. I don't see how we're just going to break this EMA 50 and just vanish. I think we're going to have a monster move up. BURU is one of my most favorite picks. All right, BYND is the next stock. This is the stock I'm in right now. I'm a big fan of trend reversals. I'm a big fan of companies that have lots of volume again, and this is the only one that has 24-hour trading. The last time I seen this stock, it was down in here, it made a 108% move up. We are at that same level in here. We are at an extreme level. All right, guys, we are extremely oversold. Look at the KDJ, we're coming into 16.56, so it's getting very close to under 10. And if you look at this stock, it's extremely oversold. When you get near this lower Keltner, that is extremely oversold to my settings. And you have this gap. Now, granted, the reason why I'm doing a different roll criteria, if you look at my day trade, swing trade alerts in my Discord, right? I post everything that I see as like an AAA plus setup. I got into this one, and if you can see, I always tell you guys to get out pre-market if it doesn't have the time distance, all right? So I got into this trade. I had a good spike pre-market, right? Good gain. And I said, get out of it. Get out of it if because it's not doing anything pre-market, if it just goes back to your entry. So what I like about this setup here is it has 118 million volume. It's one of the well-known stocks. Back in the day, this thing was a killer. This thing was all the way up into $239. All right, so BYND does the meat, right? If you look at their profile, there is a plant-based meat company offering portfolio plant-based meats. I think this thing is going to go up a big, but the reason why I want to get out pre-market is because we have a gap, And it doesn't mean that we have to touch this EMA 5 right away. I think it can, but this is kind of against my system. It is a 78.3% move up to that 5. It could easily make that move up. And look at the news on here. You can read a lot of the news. They announced an early settlement of convertible note exchange offer to reduce the debt and extend maturity. They're trying to make, they're trying to reduce the debt, right? I think this can have a monster move up with any type of news. Higher risk, but one of the most safer penny stocks, in my opinion, under $1 is BYND. That one's on my radar, and I got in under 67 cents, okay? As according to my alerts here, got back in BYND under 67 cents. My most favorite stock. I got in because why? End of day. I always buy my stocks end of day. Guess where we're at end of day? Lower 15-minute touch. Price is unsustainable down here, so we pull back up. All right, so I'm going to hold this pre-market. If it doesn't do anything pre-market and it just sits right here, I have a 60-cent average or 66 cents average here, and I'm just going to get out of it and just play it the next day. So that's my stocks that I want to talk about, guys. YYAI, DFLI. I think YYAI I'm going to get in tomorrow. I'll keep you guys updated on that one. YYAI is definitely a good one in my opinion. It's already starting to move up. It might squeeze the bears here very soon. BURU is a nice good one for a continuational trend. I like BURU a lot. So just recapping, BURU is one of the best for an uptrend idea into this zone of 27 and 32 cents. 33 cents is your buy zone in that area. Just be careful. If it breaks the EMA 50, I would get out on this one. Of course, BYND is absolutely my favorite. Be careful with DFLI. This one is not part of anything that I want to trade yet. Just according to the BURU analysis, you can see how they can make a big move up and go down more than you think. So just be careful on that. I'll be watching it. I do like how it's way above $1 though, and they have that patent. All right, guys, join the Discord if you want. It's down below in the YouTube comments below and in the description. It'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts. You're going to love it. I wanted to talk about the 4 best penny stocks that could make a monster move. You're going to like this strategy. Learn this strategy. I have all this education for swing trading and how I do this, how to follow the trend, how to do my EMA 5 strategy, how to set up your bands, and how to use time distance properly. I will be making more videos, updating them all so you guys all can see this. But I go live every day, so ask questions. Let me know, like, hey, what do you think about this? Does it meet the system? Would you get this? Anything that I buy, I'll let you guys know. I try to buy the best setup because I do this full time. I love trading, but I also don't want you guys to lose money on setups that just aren't A+ criteria. So these are the 4 penny stocks that I like. You're more than welcome to join the Discord for a promotional discount of $12 a month. I think you guys will love it. It will never go up in price. Subscribe on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. All you have to do is hit how to subscribe and hit day trade alerts. Lock in this discount. I promise you, you're not going to just learn from me. There's literally thousands of members that I learn from and I take tidbits from, and it's just an awesome community. No toxic. We're here to help each other out. All right. I hate when people lose money. I'm here to tell you what I do. If you follow this strategy, I'm pretty sure you will make a lot of money. Just stick to the discipline, risk management. I love day trading the most, so join me in my day trading career. I think you'll like it a lot. But hit how to subscribe. Use your computer to subscribe for only $12 a month. If you do it on your phone, it'll charge you a little extra. But give me a like, subscribe, comment if you want to see more videos about my small cap ideas. These are my most favorite stocks. These are the only 4 I'd be looking to touch. I'm in one right now. And I'll probably get in BURU into this big demand zone here. I'm a big fan of this EMA 20 and 50. I'll probably get into some BURU here. So we'll see, guys. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out and happy trading.